Welcome back. The National Children's Theatre is bringing Disney's The Lion King Jr. to South Africa. Ron Kunene, the trustee at the National Children's Theatre, joins me now in studio for more on this. Kunene, pleasure to have you in studio with us to tell us a bit more about this exciting project. Can you maybe tell us a bit more about or explain the significance of this collaboration between the National Children's Theatre but also Disney's theatrical group?
Yes, first and foremost, I just want to say I'm glad to be here and glad to also speak to your listeners. In fact, firstly, we're over the moon at National Children's Theatre as a trustee that our company Disney, who I've been working with for several decades, doing what we'll be doing here, working community outreach in different cities in the United States as we're touring. I realized that it's very important, of course, to bring that experience here. So we're over the moon that Disney has allowed us to do this. But first and foremost, I really also like to thank Mr. Lebo M, because Lebo, when he got hired, he made a request to Disney that each and every production of The Lion King should have a number of South Africans. And that has really helped, in terms of job creation, because we've had over 15, 25 companies globally, and a lot of South Africans, maybe more than 200 of them have been participating. So this collaboration between National Children's Theatre and Disney it's a culmination of work that has been working for decades, as I said, in the States. But the most important thing, it's also 30 years. Disney is celebrating 30 years of The Lion King since The Lion King has been out, because it was released 1994. And it also happens that it's also our 30th anniversary of our freedom, because our leader became, Nelson Mandela became the president in 1994. So we see these wonderful, congruent, parallel historical significances taking place at the same time. So we decided that to do that, it'll be best to do it with the younger generation, the future, so that we can impact that human potential.
It's truly inspiring. But why did the Disney theatrical group choose the National Children's Theatre for this landmark production of The Lion King Jr.?
It so happened because, I'm friends with Andrea. His mother runs National Children's Theatre. So I came to see it, but I knew about it because we've had maybe 3 or 4 graduates from National Children's Theatre who joined our company in London. So I felt that it would be a seamless, convenient marriage between the two productions. And they have almost 40 years of experience, while Disney also has a significant amount of experience. I mean, Walt Disney is one of the top companies in the world. They've had 90 years of experience in the entertainment business. So I felt that at least we need to start somewhere, and hence I picked National Children's Theatre, but I'm hoping that as we grow, we'll be able to extend to others as well.
But still focusing on what's happening here at home, how does this partnership reflect the National Children's Theatre's mission especially, but also its role in the South African theatre community?
I think its role in the South African community would be very significant. It will be impactful theatre because firstly, here at home, I remember with Lebo when we were trying to get some of our corporates to bring Lion King to come to Monte Cassino. We had a hard time because of the view that the South African society views, theater and entertainment as extracurricular. So we're trying to also convince them that no, it can't be an extracurricular because it can impact certain sectors in terms of job creation. Right. And looking at it, I mean, a mere investment of 25 million was transformed into 10 billion, which is happening now. And if you look overall, you look at the US, $1 trillion enterprise, entertainment. So we're trying to say to South Africa, we have a lot of talent here. From the likes of Miriam Makeba, Hugh, Ladysmith Black Mambazo, You know, these are our trailblazers that opened the door. Now we have the likes of Level M. It's time now that we view this sector, this creative industry, with a different eye. And we hope that Minister Gayton will also get it so that we can be able to do more, because this is really employing most of our artists as well.
Yeah. And this collaboration, Kunene, what are the main goals of the Disney NCT musical theatre program with the 5 Johannesburg primary schools that are also involved with this project?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to make sure, of course, that we impact education, but also, you know, sometimes I remember when I went to school, some of the teachers were very didactic, you know. They would make the material not very interesting. But through storytelling, through culmination of you know, theater programs that have been created, we're able to deal with serious issues like the environmental issues, history, human trafficking, and different things, because these are some of the themes that are in The Lion King. But then if we're telling them in a story form, you know, it makes things even better. It makes even the kids to appreciate it more. So we also are dealing with intermediate teachers, you know, who are not well versed into entertainment. So I'm glad that our facilitators at National Children's Theatre and also at Disney, they are working hand in hand with those teachers so that we can have very, very impactful theatre programs as well.
You make a very critical point, and I think it's important for us to understand, as it begs the question as to how will the musical theatre in schools initiative actually impact theatre education and also the arts in this country?
Firstly, I know that we have a lot of talent. You know, we can be able to tap onto that talent, because most of the time with all these productions that we have with Disney, we are always seeking talent. Right now, the main province where we're getting talent, it's KZN. You know, so we also want to try and make sure that also places like Gauteng, Mpumalanga, everywhere else, were able to also create an impact, so that at least not only Lion King, there's also other, you know, entertainment products, whether it's films. Netflix is playing a role here. You know, most studios are looking into South Africa, and there's a lot of stories that we want to also narrate from South Africa, so that we also create a job. But how do you do that? You have to make sure that you have skillful people that know what's going on. And so we think that from starting from that age, we'll incubate them so that they become seasoned actors. Not that we don't have them. We have quite a plenty of them. Some of them winning Grammys, some of them winning big awards. We have the likes of the legends of John Carney and all that. But we just need to do more and make sure that we have a theater curriculum.
And speaking about those skills, are there specific theatrical skills that students must have who are participating in this program?
Yes. And the National Children's Theatre is good, because National Children's Theatre can arm them with those skills. Universities, you know, there are universities that can do the same thing. But we also hope that this new collaboration also with studios like Disney, that can open doors for the likes of Time Warner and other studios to see this avenue as well. And
what message or impact do you hope this production will leave on the South African theatre scene, but also speaking to audiences as well?
I think speaking to audiences also, it's also, I'm hoping that it can make parents, you know, sometimes a kid comes and say, you know, Mommy, I want to be an actor, or I want to be this and that. And then the mother would say, oh, no. Be a doctor or be a whatever. So the likes of Level M and the likes of Mr. John Carney, they are really holding that mirror to say, you know, this is a mirror of success. The creative industry can also be something that can be taken serious. So we're hoping that that can change the mindset of how we view entertainment, and so that we see entertainment as a creative industry sector that's going to benefit our GDP as a country.
Kunene, thank you so much for joining us for this very insightful conversation.
Thank
you. That's Ron Kunene joining us today and sharing the exciting details about the National Children's Theatre's collaboration, this with the Disney Theatrical Group. Sounds like a very exciting project there.